What's going on, guys? I want to do a little review. I've got a 2015 GMC Sierra 4x4 that I just put the Rough Country 3.5-inch suspension lift on it. Been on there about 2 weeks now. Noticeable difference in ride quality. A lot smoother. I bought this truck used. Don't know how old the shocks and struts were that were on it, but brand new struts. They're making a lot of difference so far. I'll show you what I did. N3 loaded struts right there, instead of the spacers. So that's what I opted for right there. And then instead of using the factory hardware, I upgraded to their upper control arms that come with the ball joints. You know, like I said, I don't know how old the suspension was that I had on it. So I went ahead and did that. In the rear end, comes with the shocks, and then let's see if I can do this without falling over, the blocks right there. So doing the rear end was pretty simple. It only took about 20 minutes or so. Not bad at all. The front, that took a lot longer. Taking apart all the suspension, getting it just broken apart was the hard part. Taking your time, making sure, you know, I didn't lose anything. I invented a couple new cuss words on the way because there were some parts that were a pain. I did go up with those bolts. You're supposed to go down. The other side, the damn axle was in the way, so I decided to go up with it. Got a skid plate right there that they send to help shield the differential, because you got to drop the diff down an inch. And then I ended up putting my stock skid plate back on, just cut around it right there, trimmed around it, used all the factory bolts and stuff like that for the rest of it. Pretty simple. Took about six and a half hours or so to do. Myself and a buddy. You know, it's definitely doable if if you don't have an extra set of hands, but I mean, I would definitely recommend an extra set of hands. It made things a lot easier. You know, once we did that first side, went slow and figured out exactly what we were doing, you know, the second side, it went a lot faster. And then, you know, the second set of hands just helping getting, you know, spacers up under the diff mounts and stuff like that. I mean, that just really helped. So I used the directions that the kit came with, just basically so that I, you know, reassured myself I wasn't missing a step. Other than that, there's a video on YouTube, 3.5-inch knuckle kit from Rough Country. They put that video out. I followed that one, and it's pretty well laid out, and you know, I did almost the exact same stuff. I didn't have to take the knuckle off and stuff like that because I didn't do the knuckle. So 2 weeks or so with this thing on here, and I am liking it a lot so far. Like I said, the ride quality is great. I did have kind of the Chevy shake in the back. It didn't clear that up 100%, but it did clear it up a good 75% or so. It's a lot smoother. Next thing I'm going to try for that is the tires. As you may have noticed, they are mismatched. I was out of alignment up front, and it ate my KO2s that I had on there. So I just went and got some used tires from a little shop, put on there till I could get the lift on, get it aligned, and then I've got some Kenda Cleaver RTs on the way that I'm going to be putting on here probably in the next week or so. So I'll do another video over those, you know, after I get them on and figure out how it rides and all that good stuff. These are 33s, but there is a difference in the height and everything. Those, you know, being used anyways, those KO2s still have a little bit of meat on them. So the truck does sit down just barely in the front. You know, I got to look for it. Other than that, I mean, this kit evened it out pretty perfectly. So, like I said, rough country 3.5-inch suspension lift with the N3 loaded struts, upper control arms, and then the shocks and blocks in the back. 2015, and I'm loving it. I am loving it. All right, thanks for watching, guys.